वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं नमोऽस्तुते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुरारविन्दाय तपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णा प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः नमो नमः. Good afternoon, good morning from wherever you are joining. We have made inroads into the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Saptadashodhyayah. This chapter mainly focuses on our faith. Our faith is according to the nature. In the 16th chapter, Sri Krishna says, you have to keep the scripture as an injunction and follow. What it says in the scripture, in the 17th chapter, Arjuna says, suppose I do not have access to scriptures or I do not understand, still I am very faithful, very religious. What type of faith is that one? And one step further to this one, even if I have a scripture, I understand according to my nature. The same text opens up differently according to our gunas. Gunas, sattvic, rajasic or tamas, it opens up differently according to our nature. This chapter Sri Krishna says, and we, Shraddho ayoyam purusho yo shraddha evasa. You are nothing but a bundle of faith. We are a bundle of faith. From outside, physiological classification are there, but mental classification it is talking about. From the physiological classification, we are Homo sapiens, humans. But beyond that one, we are according to our mind, what we think, how we deal, our action, our thinking, talking is according to our nature. And I have been covering the stories in Mahabharata. Last week I talked about the 14th Parva of Mahabharata, Ashwamedhika Parva. Today, touching upon the 17th chapter, is called as Mahaprasthana Parva. Prasthana means travel. Everyone has to travel. Maha means great. The final journey. It is talking about the final journey. And I was talking about in the class also, everyone has to face the exam. Everyone. And we take an excuse, sorry, I didn't prepare, I did not know what was the question. I did not know. But exam, without failure, everyone has to appear. You can't say, sorry, I was busy making money, I was doing that one. No excuse. You have to appear for exam. Everyone, exam is a must. You have to face the exam. That is the prasthana. Prasthana, how you have to travel. The last leg of your life, it's a last leg. Accidentally, it won't happen. Life is a preparation for Mahaprasthana. Life is a preparation for the final journey. Final journey, prasthana means Mahaprasthana. It talks about when you are there, no looking back. You keep go forward, no look back. Arjuna, he went to the Mausala Parva in the 16th Parva. He got the news that Sri Krishna had left the world. He departed. And he had a Gandiva. With the Gandiva, He had challenged earlier, if anyone questions me, my ability with the Gandiva, I will kill them. I am so proud. He was so proud of Gandiva. And when the Sri Krishna had left, all his 16,000 odd wives, Rukmini and Satyabhama had also left the world, and he wanted to protect them. He was taking them to the safe place. Ordinary robbers came, and with the Gandiva, he could not fight anything. He was using the Gandiva as a stick. He did not know how to operate also. He was using as a Gandiva, as a stick. He was fighting the battle with the ordinary robbers, not the great kings. Ordinary petty robbers he could not fight. So he realized, I was so proud, I am so sharp, so intelligent, I made so much of money, nobody can beat me. Arjuna was an example. The same Gandiva I had, even ordinary street thieves, he could not fight. He could not fight. He says, whatever I was, it is only Hari Kripa. Only because of his grace, I became great. I became a great warrior. When Hari, Lord, is not there, when his grace is not there, whatever I have, he realized only that because of him, I could able to win the war. Earlier he was thinking, because of me, my ability, I could able to win the war, and now realized without God's grace, nothing can happen. He realized the ground reality. He came back. Pandavas were, Yudhishthira was waiting. What happened to my Arjuna? He came back after about 15 days, and with the head down, no luster in the face, he told, Sri Krishna is no longer on this planet. It is immediately king, no attachment. If he is not here, there is no business for us to be here. We have to go. And he handed over his reign to his Arjuna's son Parikshit, and they decided, they went north, Mahaprasthana, not to go downwards. Uttara means higher. They started moving towards Himalayas. They started with the ordinary attire, no talking, and no food also. Just keep on going northwards. They went, and one dog also from Hastinapura followed them. And Badrinath, this month we are going to Badrinath. From there, it's a high altitude place, and Yudhishthira at the front, behind Bhima, behind him Arjuna, behind him Nakula, behind him Sahadeva, behind him Draupadi. As they were walking past Mana village, Draupadi fell down. Then Bhima asked the question to Yudhishthira, why did she fall so quickly? And he told Draupadi was partial to Arjuna. That's why she fell down. And further went ahead, Sahadeva fell down, and Bhima asked, why did he fall? Yudhishthira said he fell down because Sahadeva was my personal advisor. He was thinking that he has a great wisdom. Because he was arrogant of that one, he fell down. Then further, Nakula fell down. Bhima asked, why did he fall? Yudhishthira said he was proud of his beauty. He was so nice to look at. Among the Pandavas, apart from Bhima, the most handsome person was Nakula. Nakula was very proud of that one. That is why he fell. And further, when they are going further, Arjuna fell down. And Bhima asked, why did he fall? And Yudhishthira said, Arjuna was proud of his archery skill. That is why he fell down. Further, Bhima fell down. Then Bhima asked, why am I falling? He said, you are proud of your strength as well as your ability to eat. That's why you are falling. And further, he carried, and the inner meaning they are saying, in the high altitude, your mind doesn't work properly. Whatever Yudhishthira was saying, he has no connection. It's a random answer. That was not the reason why they were falling. And in the high altitude, you can't think. When you are in the Mahaprasthana, not to get carried away whatever the opinion of people. He was just talking randomly, not it is not an actual. When you are on Mahaprasthana, not to get carried away by the opinions of the people, and he continued to go forward, and then Indra appeared with the chariot in the Mahaprasthana Parva. He said, we are going to that Swarga Arohana place. This time, and from Satopant, we are going to the trek where Pandavas have carried on. That place is very Durgama path. And Indra came and said, you made it, now get on to the chariot. Yudhishthira said, sorry, I can't abandon this dog, I want to take the dog along. And Indra said, the dogs are not allowed in the heaven. And no dog, it's a no sign, no beware of dogs, no dogs allowed. He said, then I am not coming. This has faithfully followed me right from Hastinapura, I can't relinquish. Immediately that dog turned out to be, turned its form to Yamaraja. Yamaraja Dharma. Yama said, you are sticking to your Dharma. Dharma, and Yudhishthira was happy, and he mounted the chariot, to go into the heaven. What happens next one? Swarga Arohana Parva, I will continue next week, that 18th Parva, I will touch upon. Next one, Mahaprasthana. Its life is nothing but a preparation for Mahaprasthana. Yeah, you want to keep quiet? Yeah, it's life is a preparation for Mahaprasthana. Everyone, not to get too attached. As we are moving forward, relinquish your attachment. Relinquish your attachment to your possessions, your money, your properties, your family, and otherwise, in the last, in the Mahaprasthana, instead of going north, I will be going down. It is a path of return. Dakshina indicates path of coming and going. North is the path of liberation. Swarga Arohana, Swarga means moksha. Moksha, it is Swarga. People, if you are seeker of moksha kankshibhihi, in the last sloka talks about, if you are seeker of liberation, how you should lead your life. Arjuna Uvacha Ye Shastra Vidimusrajya Yajante Shraddhayanvitaha Tesham Nishtatu Ka Krishna Sattva Rajastamaha. Arjuna asked the question without any guidance of the Shastra. I am acting willy-nilly, no background, no schooling. That is why it is said, when the child is still small, send the child to a teacher. Teacher will teach the child what has to be learnt. Tomorrow also I will talk about that one. The basic requirement for the life, the teacher teaches. Parents cannot give that education. Parents have a limitation, but exposure to the teacher. This Arjuna asked the question. No teacher, no shastras, willy-nilly acting. What type of faith is that one? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Trivida bhavati shraddha. Dehi nam sa swabhavaja. Satviki rajasi chaiva. Tamasi cheti tam shrunu. Shri Bhagavan says that your faith is broadly 3 categories: Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic type. And Tamasi, the details Shrunu, listen to that one. Sattvanurupa sarvasya Shraddha bhavati bharata Shraddha mayoyam purusho Yo yashraddhaye vasa Purusha, Shraddha, you are according to the faith you have. Everyone has the preconceived idea. That preconceived idea, sometimes it is how I brought up, sometimes carried forward from my previous life. From earlier life, that faith is karma, it's tagging along right from my childhood. For example, Pandavas and Kauravas had the same grandfather, Vedavyasa. Duryodhana, right from childhood, he was following the negative. Pandavas, right from the childhood, they were very pious. Where did it come? It was carried forward from their gunas. From the, it is attached to the soul, it is not acquired. Sometimes it gets because of our friend circle or family circumstances, we acquire some qualities. It is one is the genetic, second one is social. Through the social society, how it is getting affected. Shri Krishna says we act 3 ways. Sattvanurupa sarvasya Shraddha bhavati bharata Shraddo ayoyam purusho Yo shraddhaye vasa Yajante satvika devan Yaksha rakshansi rajasaha Pretan bhuta ganaschanye Yajante tamasa janaha. For example, Prahlada, born in the Rakshasa clan, and he was sent to the education system. Chanda Marka, Shukracharya's sons were his teacher, surrounded by all Rakshasas, but right from childhood he was very pious. Where it has come, it is the nature. His guna was sattvic, right from the childhood. Right from childhood, sattva, yajante sattvika devan, right from the childhood, he was a devotee of the Lord. Yaksha rakshansi rajasa, some children right from beginning, they are busy collecting. I want that one, I don't want to share anything with anyone. They don't want to share anything. Rajasic, they make a connection with business community, how I can make more money. Pretan bhuta ganaschanye. Some people are drawn towards negative people, negative forces, all gundas, drug dealers, terrorists, without prompting they themselves. They are drawn towards that one. Tamasa janaha. Ashastra vihitam ghoram. Tapyante tapo janaha. Damba ahankara samyukta. Kamaraga balanvitaha. Karshayanta sharirastam. Bhutagrama macetasaha. Mam chaivanta sharirastam. Tan vidya asura nischayan. It's a Shastra. The tamasic people, they talk about, they don't fall, whatever the hardship they go, terrorist, they go to the Middle East or very harsh condition that we have seen, they go through the lot of training. It's a hardship, but there is no scriptural sanction. Ashastra vihitam goram. Some people go to burial ground on new moon, no moon, amavasya. They do the tapas next to the dead body. And agoris, some agoris, they eat the dead bodies also. There is no scriptural sanction. We have seen during the Kumbh Mela also, some agoris in the half-baked, half-burnt dead bodies, they eat. They say by eating that one they get some siddhis. These are all, there is no scriptural sanction. They follow that one, tapo janaha. They do only for the show off. Some siddhis they get only for quick capitalization, quick money, quick popularity, kama raga, for desire and attachment. Karshayanta sharirastam, they torture themselves and torture others. Mam chaivanta sharirastam, and they don't allow me to express through them. They torture me also means divinity is there in everyone. We are so negative, we are not allowing the divinity to come out, manifest. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 11th Skanda, Sri Krishna talks about why sattvic quality is required. Clarity in thinking is there. Clarity in thinking, they are drawn towards the divinity. The divine qualities manifest through them. They get the divine quality. Divinity naturally radiates through them. Why sattvic quality? Otherwise, rajasic or tamasic quality, divinity doesn't get manifested through those people. Divinity, karshayanta, mam chaivanta sharirastam means Lord is very keen to get expressed through everyone. He is longing. But because of our guna, we are not allowing the divinity to manifest through us. We are so preoccupied, so negative, we don't want to change. And that one, Sri Krishna says, it is other way. When the divinity is not manifested, they travel southwards. Ahara swapi sarvasya trivido bhavati priyaha yajnastapa tata dhanam tesham veda imam shrunu. Their lifestyle is totally different. Our lifestyle is according to our guna. Our lifestyle, even the eating, the type of food we eat, and whatever action we do, worship, charity we do, tapas we do, everything is different. Everything, the distinction you hear, ayusattva balarogyam, sukha priti vivardanaha, Rasya snigdha stira hridya. Ahara satvika priyaha. Sattvic people, they want to preserve this life. They want to travel with great fortune. I have come up to this human level, and I want to preserve this this gentleman is 82 years. He was saying that I want to preserve my good health as long as possible, because this life is not easily gotten. I want to make use of this opportunity, look after this one. And I was telling in the class, we get a driver's license for the car. Why we need a driver's license? So that I am not harmful for myself and I am not harming others. But I asked that question to that one, do you have a license to drive this life? This body is called as a vehicle. Do you have license? I don't know. I don't have anything. I do whatever I want. I see whatever I want. And this is a vehicle. Without a license, I am driving this life. What is the license? I asked that question. Tomorrow I will talk about Ayusattvam. You look after lifestyle. You have to get the license. Without that, how can you drive this life? Rasya snigdha, the fresh, juicy, succulent, nourishing and fresh, that type of food is sattvic food. Sattvic food doesn't mean very bland food, tasteless food, and it should be that what is giving the ananda, health, life, joy, that is sattvic food. Generally, people say sattvic food means only bland food, tasteless food, and the sattvic food, what is good. Even the Bhagavan created the tongue with shadrasa. 6 taste buds are there. Why he has created? Your food should include all 6. If he wanted to make only sattvic, he would not have given 6 options. He says, you eat all sweet, bitter, hot, salty, sour, and astringent. All food should have all 6 types, and it should be nourishing also. In moderation, and katva, otherwise, rajasic one, katva, amla, lavana, ati ushna, तीक्ष्ण रूक्ष विदाहिनः आहार राजसास्येष्ट दुःख शोकमय प्रदाः. These 6 taste buds are there, shadrasa. It should be in balance. It should be in balance. You need a bit of bitter also in the food. People say, I don't want to take any bitter. Bitter food, why it's required? People with constipation problem. It helps in relieving that one. That easy, it's a shadrasa. All, but in proportion. For example, if people are taking Karela juice, fresh Karela juice, for example, if you drink 1 glass, immediately loose motion happens. So, it is in proportion. You should know that bit of Karela juice, bit of salt. Salt is, some people, they add on salt for everything. Not add on, it should be in balance. If it is not, katva, too bitter. Amla means too sour. Ati ushna, too temperature hot. It's tikshna means too pungent. I want the very sharp smell. Some places like Chinese food, if you go there, you can't stand there. So sharp food, the rotten smell. They like that one. That roksha vidahinaha, very dry, vidahinaha, that chilly hot. Ahara rajasa siesta, Rajasic people, they are drawn to this one. What is the outcome? Dukkha shoka. Amaya. Amaya means sickness. These are the outcome is sickness and sorrow. You had big party, next day you are going to the doctor for laxative. It's and yatayamam gatarasam puti pariyushicham chayat uchchishtam apicha medhyam bhojanam tamasapriyam. Yatayamam, it's a old food, frozen food kept in the fridge for a long time. Gatarasam, no nutrition. Puti pariyushitam chayat, old food, rotten food. Pariyushitam, not good for your health. Uchchishtam api, the food what you consume, it is talking about uchchishta, half-eaten food, and people eat 1 spoon and put it in the fridge again. And in mindful class also I tell children, when you eat, take whatever you wanted in the plate. Not eat half and put it in the fridge and you finish off. Not just eat 1 spoon and after 2 hours you come and eat. It is quite common in the office also, in the desk. They eat 1 spoon, they go for a meeting, come back and eat. It is called as uchchistamapi. It is not healthy. It's a germs will, whatever is there, you finish that portion, take only that portion and eat. Not, it is quite common in the office, they drink coffee, a sip and come back, and after you finish that one, which is amedhya. Amedhya means whatever food you are eating, it should be fit for offering to the Lord. In the fit for offering to the God. That type of food. And people say this is for Nevedya, for me something. I want some extra chili. Extra chili. Whatever you are offering to the God, that only you should eat. Not, this is for me. It is not for God. For God, only bland food, and for me, all the chili, spice, and not that one. Amedhya, whatever is fit for offering to the Lord, you have to eat. And apala kankshi ber yajñom vididrishtoya ijyate yashtavyya meveti mana samadhaya sasatvikaha. His apala kankshi, akankshi, not desirous of the outcome. The outcome means, yes, whatever we do, we expect some outcome. Apala akankshi means not overly desirous. If, yes, any work without any desired outcome you can't do. Whatever project you are doing, you want to get see the result. At work also, when you are working, desired outcome should be there. Apala akankshi, too desirous, otherwise I am broken. I am heartbroken, I can't stand, I can't sleep. Not that one. That as you are going up, now we are in the foothill only at the family level, as for example, the Prime Minister of the country. So many projects are there, some project happen, not happen, it's a failure. If the Prime Minister is bogged down for each and every project, success or failure, Prime Minister cannot sleep. As you are transcending in your life, you are Mahaprasthana. Remember that one, I talked about Mahaprasthana. But you are going northwards. Yes, you do whatever you are, but nothing is stopping you from Mahaprasthana. Apala akankshi yajñom, you are doing your yajna means whatever sacrifice, even work is worship. Even work you are doing, it is worship. Vididrishto ya ijyate yastavya meveti mana samadaya satvika apala kankshi vididrishto ya ijyate. Whatever action you are doing, you are not pinned down by the desired outcome. You have calmness, serenity within. That is called as sattvic mentality. Sattvic mentality, always creative, always fresh. They are like a small child. If the child falls down, yes, for a minute child cries, but moves, and the next one again fresh. The Sattvic people, in case of any failure, they bounce back and pick up and move forward. And abhisandayatu phalam dhambarthamapi chaivayat ijyate bharata shreshtam tam yajnam viddirajasam. Abhisandayatu phalam, the sandaya, I am attached to the desired outcome. Dambartham api chaivayate, only to show off. Yet ijyate bharata shrestha, this type of yajnam, these type of actions are called as rajasic. But any entrepreneur, any creative person, any business person, for example, Elon Musk, his rocket to launch to Mars, it failed. But he is already talking to youths. This is a failure, is a stepping stone for the success. And I am creating this one for the next generation. Yes, I want this failure to happen, but we want to give. That entrepreneur person also, this sattvic quality should be there. If it is not, we can't move forward. Then tamasic people are vidihinam asrustanam mantrahinam adakshinam shraddha virahitam yajnam tamasam parichakshate. The tamasic people, vidihina. No, the vidhi, I talked about last class also. It's vidhi and nisheda. Vidhi means a must. Vidihina means they do not follow what is must. Like the country, if the government is organizing any program, they should set an example. For example, I talked about Indian consulate organizing the event. When it comes to organizing, they are not willing to spend any money. They expect people come and any event, go empty stomach. But on the other token, one restaurant person, he was saying that they expect this restaurant person to service Indian consulate everything for free of charge. Free of charge, how it will work? When you are going as a representative of a country, you should lead by example. He was saying that running a restaurant as it is a challenge. And minimum for a chef, he has to pay $75,000 and 2 chefs. And to make that money, and it is not sustainable. But this consulate, they expect you supply for free. This the quality change. They have to lead from there. Sri Krishna here says, Asristanam. It is not there following the protocol. Vidihinam. It's in the worst scenario, if the government budget is not there, first of all, they themselves, they are highly paid, they can contribute a little, individual. They have to make sure when people are coming, at least we will contribute $10 each. People are not expecting big 5-course meal, at least a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, something. And They can contribute. They don't want to spend any money. They want everyone to spend for them. That is, it is vidihina. They are not following, setting the good, the bureaucrats. Bureaucrats, this in IAS, IFS, whatever, this Bhagavad Gita got to be taught to those people, bureaucrats. What is the value? How you have to deal with? We become an officer, we expect everyone to look after us free of charge. I don't want to spend even a cent. That is the Bhagavad Gita, yoga, these things, the basic things must be taught to all bureaucrats, all ministers. They should have orientation on this one, code of conduct. Otherwise, the community also expects. If I am a PA to the minister, I see what minister is doing. I also do to my subordinates. This one continues. Slowly value deteriorates in the society. Shraddha virahitam. They follow that. Just taking an example, consulate. They organize, but they themselves are not interested. My boss asked me to conduct International Day of Yoga. I am doing. But I am not doing. There is no faith. Who are you? Only photo opportunity. Who are you trying to convince? Whatever I am doing, I should do it with full faith. I should believe in that one. Otherwise, you are wasting your time, wasting others' time. How long you can keep on fooling people? How long you can? That is called as tamasam parichakshate. Yes, this... the talk is on the social media. I want all the consulate members to hear this one. Devadvija Guru Prajna Pujanam Shauchamarjavam Brahmacharya Ahimsancha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. Devadvija Guru Prajnam, respect for the divine people, divinity. Divine, I should remember there is a higher force than me. Like I talked about Arjuna, Gandiva, so proud when Sri Krishna had left. The same Gandiva, he used that one as a stick. He could not fight with the petty criminals. He could not. Deva, I should remember whatever happens, submit to the higher force. Not to think if something good happens, not to be too proud. I always remember the God. Deva, Dvija Guru. Dvija means the knowledgeable person. Respect to the knowledgeable. Guru means one who imparts the knowledge directly to me, who changed my destiny. Otherwise, I would have gone somewhere else. Who changed my destiny? That is Guru. Guru, the meaning itself, one who is heavier than me. Heavier, not the physical, in the mental, knowledge-wise. One who has a Gana. Gana has more weight. That is called as Guru. And Prajna means one who has realized. Realized person. I might not have contact with that person. Here our Anandji's house, he has put the photo of Kanchi Paramacharya, that all great people's photos we have to respect. Respect, not from the other faith also, whoever, we have to respect, not to demean them. Shaucham, purity. Arjavam, talking, action, and the thinking. Arjavam, you can act only if you can think good. In Patanjali talks about the Shauchatvat, what you get, Sattva Shuddhi. As you start purifying, clarity in the mind increases. Mind naturally gets drawn towards the divinity. It is talking about, people talk about, I have low memory, I keep on forgetting. Ekagra is not there, focus is not there. My mind is all over the place. This Somanasya, always irritated. I getting irritated for small things. Why purity is not there? It is Patanjali is talking about when it is there, and as the purity increases, body becomes, muscle becomes elastic, young, angajaya. It happens that even the purity takes one to Atma Sakshatkara. Tomorrow we'll touch upon that one. Brahmacharya ahimsa ancha. Brahmacharya like Mahaprasthana. Always I should remember, I am not here just to get carried away with ordinary argument with trivial things. My mind is always towards the north, Mahaprasthana. How can I always think greater things, higher things? Brahmacharya, ahimsa ancha, my life should not be a burden. Like the elders here also, that they know the importance of health. If I am not able to look after myself, I am not interested in yoga. Yes, you are not interested, but you become a trouble for others. Do you remember that one? Yes, for the sake of my sake, you do. Otherwise, you become a problem for me. You become a problem for me. I don't want you to become a problem. That is ahimsa. Yes, I don't want to get up. I don't want to do yoga. I am not interested. And it is not that one. You become a himsa. When the himsa is there, body is not the troublesome. I lose the focus also. Focus, I feel the dead end has come. I hit the roadblock. I can't go anywhere. I expect then whole world to turn towards me to look after. If somebody is not looking after, I start blaming others. I looked after you so well, you are not looking after me. And we start blaming others, we start demanding. That is rajasic. Rajasic means abhisandayatu phalam. I did that one, now you look after. Ahimsa means I am not expecting anything, even from my wife, from my children, my husband, from anyone. I want to look after myself as long as I can. I want to invest time for myself. I want to look after. That is called as ahimsa. Abhisandayatu phalam, the brahmacharya ahimsa ancha. This is called as tapas in the sharira level. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyate. Swadhyaya ye shastra vidhimusrajya. Last chapter, shastra vidhi, the reading the scriptures again and again, not the superficial meaning, not based on the English translation. And I was telling in the mindful mastery class also, and if I want to read, for example, Ramayana, there is not that I complete 10 pages a day, 20 pages a day, even one verse is fine. It gives an opportunity to contemplate what it is trying to say. I may read 10 pages, but nothing has gone in. I say, we are going through Ramayana, Bhagavatam, Mahabharata is a punya karya. There is no punya has come. Not just reading, how much you understood, how much you imbibe, that is important. Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva vangmayam. Swadhyaya, when you start reflecting Shastra, your talk also will be according to that one. You know what to do, what not to do, what to talk. Manaprasada saumyatvam. Maunam atma vinigraha. Bhava samshuddhi ityetat. Tapo manasa uchyate. Bhava samshuddhi, and whatever disturbs me. And in the childhood, it's okay that we fight with many people. As we are getting older, reduce the argument. If somebody says something, not to counter that one. Otherwise it will disturb the peace here. It will disturb the peace. not to we are on the Mahaprasthana. These are the techniques Sri Krishna says, and if somebody, yes, they disagree, not to talk, agree or disagree, just move on, otherwise my argument can go on, and I don't want to, instead of going north, I should not turn myself to the south. Itye tapo manasa uchyate, always calm, serene, early morning, think of the Bhagavan, meditate, read scriptures. Always try to keep your mind calm, serene. Shraddhaya paraya taptam tapastat trividam naraihi apala kankshi biryukte satvikam parichakshate. Shraddhaya paraya taptam tapasta trividam, these three, yajna, dana and tapas, I do with faith, with utmost knowledge. Paraya taptam, para means in the anticipation of knowing the highest. For paraya taptam, the tamasic one, they do the tapas, but there is no thinking of the God. They are only doing for immediate gain or how to destroy. My tapas, whatever I am doing, it is for the Parabrahma. For him, I am doing that one with the faith, utmost faith. And I tell in the this you have a liberty with the God also. You are not scared of God. Fear, sattvic person doesn't have a fear. Last chapter we saw abhayam. No fear is a mark of a sattvic person. No fear at all. You can argue with God. Only I can make mistake. You can't make mistake. Yes, my mistake, please pardon. I can make mistake. I don't know how to worship you. Many things I can do, right or wrong. And it is kayena vache, the last you samarpayami, whatever good or bad, right or wrong, you have a liberty to not to be scared of, I did that one, I did a mahapapa. When you have God is very close to you, your closest friend, and no fear. Yes, I did a mistake. He is so purifier all my mistakes. He recognizes only, he alone knows what is right, what is wrong. He is so pure, he releases all impurities, all sins. Not to be scared. Sattvic people are never scared in their sadhana. Sattvic people, as you are on a Mahaprasthana, yes, in your life so many mistakes would have happened. It's past. But you offered it to the God, good or bad, everything to you. I am moving towards you. And that is called as a sattvic way. Satkaramana pujartam tapo dambena chaivayat kriyate tadiha proktam rajasam chalamadruvam. On the other token, in the rajasic people, even they are maybe in 80s, they are doing only what I will get. What I will get. What I will get. I was asking someone in 80s, very wealthy person, can you help us for the temple project? He was still asking, what is the return on my investment? At the 80 years also, I am about to kick the bucket. I am still counting on what is the return on my investment. It's a Rajasic type of people. That guna won't change. My color of the hair can change, but inside my quality is not changing. Quality is not changing. And how this Sri Krishna beautifully narrates psychological classification. Psychological classification and tadiha proktam rajasa, these are the rajasic qualities. ಮೂಢಗ್ರಾಹ್ಯೇಣ ಆತ್ಮಾನೋ ಯತ್ ಪೀಡಯ ಕ್ರಿಯತೆ ತಪಃ ಪರಸ್ಯ ಉತ್ಸಾದನಾರ್ಥಂ ವಾ ತತ್ತಾಮಸ ಉದಾಹೃತಂ. With the wrong notion, whatever I do, I don't care the outcome. I let others suffer. But in the yesterday's mindful class also, I talked about the 4 types of mind. What is mindfulness? What is mindlessness? What is the idle mind? And what is the empty mind? Our children, they're very fascinating. That's I talked about these ones. And no, it's willy-nilly. दातव्यमिति यद्धानं दीयते अनुपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं स्मृतं. Giving to the right person, right time, when the right place, that is called as giving wholeheartedly, not the whinging and not that one. One person was saying that they asked for a donation in Badrinath last time. He pulled out the note by mistake. 2 notes came. That priest took both, and he was regretting all the way. While coming, why did it come? Why? And he pulled both. And yatyu pratyupakarartham phalamudishya va punah diyate cha pariklishtam tat tadhanam rajasam smritam. Yatyu pratyupakarartham, I give only very calculative. Phalamudishya, whatever I give, I need something in return. Va punaha, I give with great difficulty. I am very I have a deep pocket. I hardly put my hands in my pocket. Very difficult to get anything out of me. Pariklistam tadhanam rajasam smritam. I was telling other day also, one earlier times they used to bury their wealth in their backyard. They won't tell their children also. It's a banking system was not there. They want to keep it like a safe. In an emergency, we'll use it when required. Sometimes they won't get a chance to tell their children also. In the last minute, they are thinking of the money, and last instead of thinking of God, they are only thinking money. That only that one, and die thinking of regret not passing on. Money, and that children, they many people who departed, people recount when they excavate that pot after centuries or after decades, invariably there will be a snake. Snake was guarding that one. They are born as a snake, and so it's pariklishtam. I don't want to share. Adesha kale cha yadhanam apatrebhyascha diyate asatkrita vajnatam tattamasa udahritam. Adesha kale yadhanam, giving the charity to the wrong person, wrong time, for the wrong reason, that is asatkrit. And somebody invited me, one of the politicians, he was sued for $2.4 million, some lawsuit. They are doing the fundraiser to pay off his, they invited me for the dinner. I said, I'm busy. And these people, there are many people there, they still donate because they need the contact. Giving to the wrong people, wrong time, and the wrong place, these are called as tamasic smritam. Om Tatsaditi Nirdesho Brahmanastrividha Smritaha Brahmana Tena Vedascha Yajñascha Vihita Pura. Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. The Bhagavad Gita Om. I am taking the class on Om every Wednesday on Mandukya Upanishad, and Om is the seed, and I told Om Ma expands into Gayatri Mantra. Gayatri Mantra, the first letter Tat. Tat Savitar Varenyam. The Om expands into Tat. Then Sa, the first letter is of Gayatri Mantra Ta, and the last letter of Gayatri Mantra again Ta. So first and last is Tat. Then Savitu Varenyam. Sa and the next one is Sat. Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. That it is the Mahavakya. That from Om Tat Sat iti Nirdesho, and the Sattvic people, whatever happens, so be it. How they say Om Tat Sat. Tat means, it also talks about Matsya Avatara. Tat means Tata, expand. He pervades. God is there everywhere. We are just a transient. This is, it was, it is, it will be. I am just a momentary, like a wave. I have come and I am gone. But He is there, Tata. He is there before. He was, He is, He will be. Sat means He alone is the ultimate truth. I am only here. My time is limited. When the time is limited, how can you say that I am the ultimate? I am only the transient, but Sat, reality is only Him. Think of Him. Om Tat Saditi. All Shastra, Sattvic people are talking about what is there. Giving. How can I say I don't give? It's everything belongs to Him. Tat Saditi. Nirdesho. They, Nirdesha, Adesha, they follow this message of the Shastra. Om Tat Sat. And many talks at the end they say Om Tat Sat. They say Nirdesho means Adesha from the Shastra. Brahmana Trividha Smrita. This Yajna Dana Tapas, the knowers have followed this way. Brahmana Tena Vedascha Yajñascha Vihita Puraha. And Brahmana Tena Vedascha, the followers of the Shastra, scriptures, how they followed, how they imbibed in their life, Vihita. They have found not just a theory they are following out of compulsion, Vihita. They have experienced, this is what good for us. They have experienced, not out of compulsion they are doing, they have experienced Hita. What is Hita? It's not Priya and Hita. Priya is immediate good. Hita means long-term good. What is long-term good? Vihita Pura. They have experienced this one, following this one. Om Tat Sat. Om. I will talk about Om again next week in succinct. And Om, Gayatri Mantra opens up Tat Savitar Varenyam. The first letter, Tat Savitar Varenyam, talks about wakeful state. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. It talks about our dream. Dhiyo Yonah Prachodaya Atam. Deep sleep. Everyone, whether you like it or not, we want to sleep. Go into sleep because there is a joy is there. Happiness. Who gives me a happiness? Bhagavan, everyone, whatever is your guna, sattvic, rajasic or tamasic, He gives sukha to you. He is the only one, always gives the sukha. I can't get the sukha, so we I want to get that one because of Rajasic and Tamasic. I resort to drugs. I resort to alcohol. I want to get knocked off. I think that is the happiness. But in the Upanishad talks, you listen to my talks, the Bhagavan Sukha, he gives the Sukha in the deep sleep also. Whatever Sukha we experienced in the wakeful, in the dream, he is the Om Tat Sat. He is the one, he is the only one who makes me go to Mahaprasthana. That we will be doing this month. I thank our Anandji and Prabhaji for hosting the Bhagavad Gita class in their home, and they have invited so many people. This Amrita Varshini, the Bhagavan's message should go again and again, again and again. We don't want to get digressed from Mahaprasthana and move southwards. This Bhagavan's message is time immemorial, and irrespective of our background, message of Bhagavan is a must for whole of humanity. It brings out makes us realize the purpose of our lives. With this one, Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanooramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.